Development School will also house the students of Phoenix Savannah, so Calibishie will move to Phoenix Savannah have to move to Calibishie. The students from Phoenix Savannah have been going to school in town for some time. And then we do go to secondary school, so 6 brand new schools. As I understand it, the ministry has had conversations with the PTA here in Calibishie on the school, also with the teachers and some other stakeholders over time. That was done last year a few times, and I believe it was done this year as well. And I must say there's been general acceptance of the proposed school. Once the site plan comes and you know exactly what's going to happen and so forth, then I guess you have a better appreciation for the school. Now, I think we should know the school has, I believe, 7 classrooms, 8 classrooms, and also in these modern times, you can't have teachers eating at the desk. All right, having their lunch at the desk. And students having lunch at the desk. So the provision for proper facilities for the teachers, with their own washrooms, for students, for their own washrooms, for children, for their own washrooms and their own eating area, and also you have the early childhood facilities. Because that's the most important group of children. Those between 2 and 5. You can make and break a child between 2 and 5. And therefore we made special provision for them in that space, so they have all of the standards required for internationally for these things. Now, and of course there's a kitchen that will have all of the proper equipment for the students and so on. For the students. Okay? Now. The building, as you know, will be in the proposed building will be. Is the chairman there? You come to the meeting because you're making noise, you know. I know how there you go. Yeah, I have attention. That's not him. Anyway, so we have two technical first. Yeah, that's what this side plan. Yeah. No, this side plan. You guys come in to Yeah. That's the whole thing that people can understand. That's the original. Yeah. So the original. And it's from here, but you want to keep. Yeah. Yeah, good madam from here too. We have. So that's the original suggestion that was presented to the parents to the association back then. Now, as we say now, this is the front space there. So the proposal that they had was to put the school in the front space there, right? And then the playing field at the back. All right. Obviously, we would have to acquire some additional land at the tool and so. So that's where I believe. So you have that. And the whole idea behind this original thought was that look, this playing field there doesn't have any international or regional standards in terms of size and so forth. And it was felt that if you put the school at the front, you acquire some lands, all of this shaded area will be government have to acquire lands. Okay? To give you what you call a regulation size football pitch. Football playing facility. Okay? So you could even have national matches or games rather played in Calibishie with that proposal. So yes, this current option will be taking some of your playing field, especially at the front, but it will also give you at the back more space to have a proper playing facility. And the intention there would be to have washrooms separately for the playing field, some stands, and so you have a much more improved playing facility and so forth. So I believe the point of contention among some in Calibishie is that the playing field has been taken away and they would not want the school to take the frontage of Calibishie. No, I know Calibishie very well. When you're watching football, we sit down on the bridge. We stand up on the road. One vehicle passing, we have to move. Sometimes we go across there to watch. And I know the historical, cultural aspect of Calibishie and so forth. So I understand the nostalgic emotion. What I would caution us against, and we hear as family and friends, because I have family in Calibishie myself, is that we have to be careful what message we send to children whenever we take action and we speak. We cannot give people the children the impression that we don't want a school. We may have issues with the proposal, but we must never send a message to children that we do not want a school. That's the most dangerous thing that any parent or community should send to children. Because when we're speaking, we're not speaking to each other as adults. Everybody's listening. Okay? So that may be a friendly caution to us when we speak and how we go about resolving issues and so. So that's what's been proposed and so. Okay? That yeah. Now the alternative now. This as a actual land space, right? Yes. So now what's been suggested, what's been proposed now is that you move the school to the back. Yes. All right?
Yes.
And you allow for the playing field to be in front there.
Yes.
But you will not get any additional space because you have limited space as you recognize and so. Okay? Now I heard some people say, well, let us reduce the size of the school. People say that maybe not children or not children in school. And if you don't have enough children in school, the thing is to let's be children in Calibishie. But you cannot reduce the size of the school when you only have 8 classrooms. And so which part of the school you want us to remove? The teacher staying? Nothing. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot, you know what I'm saying? So, but what's going to happen now with this new suggestion to you now, is that it's going to have a delay by about 7 to 8 months minimum. Okay? With that. So you have to understand that. Yes. So we have to move to another site in the meantime to start another school because we give priority to Calibishie, knowing your particular challenge. Yes. So we give priority to Calibishie to start above Siniku, above Tetmon, above Belbishop, to start because we know of the urgency there. You're under in Tibo, we're in the same page. I want my children in Vegas going to school from Tibo. So we give Calibishie priority in terms of starting. Now, because of the concerns that you raised, and I'll tell you honestly, I sort of agree with your sentiments about the playing field. So I have no issue with you in respect to the sentiments that you expressed where the playing field is concerned. And the playing field is concerned. As I understand the history behind the playing field Calibishie and what's been so and everything. So I respect that. So the proposal there to resolve the issue, put the school at the back, but obviously you have to do more soil testing. That will take some time. You may very well have to change the engineering design based on the soil type there, and then therefore you're gonna have some delay in terms of the commencement of the school. Now, the other issue that we have to be mindful of is, maybe you can pull it there, you can see me better. If I don't pull it forward, if you want me to speak on the microphone, you might pull it. Oh, it can't work because of the electrical column. But you hear me, sure? Yeah. Now, there's some consideration you have. If you want this school, there's something you have to give. If you really want this school. If you don't want this school, I take it somewhere else. We may not have schools. But I know you need this school here. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I take you to Tibo now, right? If you go to Tibo now, they have started building the school. So they've lined up and so forth. I had to agree with the Ministry of Education and, of course, with the council and with the residents of Tibo to use part of the playing field for staging ground because you need space for equipment to come in, for materials to be placed in and so forth. So there'll be temporary inconveniences. So my basketball court in Tibo is gone. They have no access to basketball court because we have to use part of it, the entire thing. As a matter of fact, they want you to make permission, right? That's okay. And they built a structure on the basketball court. Luckily you have offices that they can use, but they have to build a structure on the basketball court in Tibo. And they're using more than a third of the playing field in Tibo. I just put lights there, and I can use all of the lights. But we have to give and take. If I want this school for the children of Tibo, we have to agree temporarily that we'll play on less land for the next year. You understand what I'm saying? While the school is built. So we have to come to the understanding that there will be inconveniences during the construction of the school. You understand? And if we truly want the school, if we don't want the school and we want to make an issue of it, whatever our motivations are, but if we have a legitimate concern, which I believe we do, then there must be compromises. There must be compromises. And so, one second, and so if we agree with what we're proposing, that we push the school at the back, right, and eventually develop the front, these buildings are going to need to be used during construction. If you don't agree if inconveniences, I go out to Rosa. And I'll take a decision to send the school somewhere else. If we really want to solve a problem, I came here to solve a problem and to hear from the residents. So there has to be a degree of reasonableness on everybody's part. Understanding? It's like when you build a house for yourself. When you build a house for yourself, there'll be inconveniences. You know what I'm saying? If you build a road, there'll be inconveniences. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, when the road is completed, we have a better road. When your house is completed, you have a better house. The inconvenience is gone for the greater good of the community and the children and so forth. Yes, no, you asked the question. Are
we taking questions or the, comments?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
If you all right. Well, I have the mic there. I think you're hearing everybody, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying that we have the playing field right here?
That's the front.
That's the front.
Yeah.
And the school will be
the proposal is in the back here.
Okay. So the Chinese, they built a courthouse very quickly for themselves. You're saying it might take us about 8 months for us to get the school, to start the project?
No. I said if we're going to move the site, obviously, all of the engineering surveys will have been done, geotechnical surveys will have been done for that site.
Right.
If you move it, you're going to have to do geotechnical surveys.
Right.
You have to test the soil, everything and so on. The Chinese contractors are saying to us that it will take them about 7 to 8 months to do those investigations and also to do modifications to the engineering, redesigning, if the soil comes with different readings from what they studied here.
Understood. Yeah. So why can't we build a courthouse like this for students still? Put it somewhere at the front there. When they demolish everything, just put back a Chinese courthouse for the students that are from Calibishie. Why is they doing all that?
Are you complicating things? You're complicating things. Let us not come. If you have an issue where the school located, we don't need to talk about where the students go to school now. The reality is, my brother, you can't go and take children. So let's be real. You can't go and take children. A construction site going on there. Noise making. Dump truck coming. Concrete coming. Man knocking. Steel. That's dangerous. All right, cool. All right.
Question number one, and I also have a proposal.
Yes, sir.
What is wrong with the foundation of this first school?
Foundation? You can never, you don't know who built that. You don't know what the engineering they applied to that. You can't go and put new concrete on old concrete. And if you build it for the next 100 years, you have to make sure that the foundation, you know what the foundation has. And when the Chinese building, especially if the Chinese government is funding the project, they have to ensure that they don't find themselves embarrassed with a school collapsing on them in a small country called Dominica. And so to say to us that let's put the school on that foundation would not be a wise suggestion. With the greatest respect. No, you don't know what the cracks this building has and so on. So most of these blocks they won't full up with concrete in it. So and when you look at the thickness of that foundation, you know what below there. Maybe they even take sand from by the Calibishie beach. You don't know. You know what size steel they put in that. That may have half-inch steel, when it's also 5-inch steel.
Maybe you all are not aware that there's a river passing right across.
No, this is why the decision was taken, or the suggestion was made, that this could be at the front from a safety standpoint. And then this is why the idea is that we will have, if we push the playing field, give me another one. If you want on the playing field at the front. At the front. At the front. This one. So I suspect you're not there earlier, so let's go back there. We have to talk, so let's go back. So we know that there is a somebody back. Okay, we know that.
Not just a swamp, there's a
No,
river.
we know that. So it is waterlogged area there. So this is why we were suggesting that it would have been better for the students. Once I come to you, comrade.
Right.
So better for the students to put the school at the front and the playing field at the back.
I believe that.
And it would have built a road for those of us who have to access the farms.
Yeah.
There will be context. You know what I'm saying? We have to acquire some more lands, and then the idea would have been to build a retaining structure, right? Even coming along there so that you have some. You know what I'm saying? So you manage the water and so on. So this is one reason why this school was built at the front. Students, children, building at the front, and we play at the back.
Okay.
And honestly, I really don't see the issue that we play at the back. We're not taking a playing field.
No.
We're giving you even a bigger playing field with the school at the front.
Well, that was our problem there. In communication, we didn't know what we get.
I have a proposal.
Okay, so now you know what you get. What you saying?
No,
I went to school.
Yeah.
And push it behind the yard.
there is water along.
Yeah. It's okay.
So why you digging the moat and
Yeah.
Yeah. The concrete that will come down there. No, they stop there.
Yeah, look at Proposed Road.
Yes.
So we'll take you
I'm
from
coming
there.
to that.
Yeah, we'll take you there. Let the bridge
So
there.
all I was there, school. I pointed out getting an earlier thing at the platform. It's not just a school.
Yeah.
That area we need to know where that is. We should turn around that one there.
Yeah. So that's the idea. So the school, so the road will be over there. And yeah, so do the Proposed Road. You see it? Drive in there. You come across here now. And you go. You know what I'm saying? So we take into consideration a number of things in both sides of this. That's one problem. So when decision was taken to put this school in the front. Now, first of all, when you build a school, you have to ensure that you pay attention to the safety of the children.
Yeah, that's number one.
That's number one. Priority number one. Because you build a school, right? And we recognize that as it is here in Calibishie now with that, you'll never get a kind of regulation size playing field. If we put it at the back, because this proposal is more costly to us, the government.
Yeah, we know.
You understand?
We don't mind.
Yeah,
Since we get something that
because
we
we're gonna buy.
we will have for the future and future generations.
Yeah, so we're gonna buy additional land. All of that is land that we have to buy.
That is what we want.
Yeah, we have to buy some more for people, right? And then we would have this road. Well, I can show you a demonstration.
I don't really.
Yeah. So with that now we are a larger playing field.
That I want.
You know what I'm saying? You access the playing field from here, the road, driving. You can even look and see where you can start parking for vehicles at the back there. And we build some washroom facilities there, independent of the school. Yeah. So,
road, the school,
yeah. So,
No, but what I say,
yes,
now,
Professor.
what I say is this: now we have a river running there. This is we're going to extend a playing field across a river.
Yeah, but
all that can happen.
what you do, because remember here, for example,
Remember
when we build that wall there, when we build that building there, the raft is going all there, we backfill it. We push the wall forward, back,
Yeah.
Right, so you can, when you push the wall back,
So the
and you
river
do
there's a
backfilling and so on. That's what happened there. That wall there, that wall, the water was flowing by where that building is there, and you push it back and you backfill it and never affect anybody.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? So I know Calibishie,
But you look at I have a proposal.
Yes, sir.
Right, which I want to know.
Yeah, please.
This area
Yeah.
over there is just dirt.
Yeah.
Right? This whole thing is dirt. And at the back of it, there's a flat area.
Yeah.
Why not acquire that portion of land? Cut this you're getting adequate space for a school plus
hotel.
even a housing scheme.
Well, you can talk about housing, but
No,
not for
I'm
school.
saying.
But for housing, I agree with you, but not for school. Because Calibishie has a land problem. So maybe for housing, I will agree with you.
No, I think all this is government land. If I'm correct.
Maybe for housing, I will agree with you, but not for the school, because we are land for the school and playing field. So I believe that if you're talking about lands in Calibishie, it should be for housing, because that's the problem. We want to build homes for Calibishie, apartments and other homes, and we can't get land. So if we have that there, and we can build it, that would be
It's pure dirt.
No, I agree with you.
You know, so this can be cut
But
down.
even if we don't, I still believe we
But
have
then that pushes it another 2 years again before you get to school.
You know what I'm saying?
So I have a proposal. Since we have two potential sites,
Yeah.
why don't everybody take a vote? Because you have a split opinion here. Some people want it in the front, the
We want it in the
field.
back.
Some want it in the back. Have a vote, and then we go by the vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the building,
I'm from here, come to you now.
No, it's not no. They have two sides. One in both of them. There.
I heard what you said about the
But
first
if they
plan.
change it,
We say yes, time.
they can go behind if you want.
I heard what you said about the first plan. And
Yeah.
to me, the first
Let's
plan,
listen.
but then
Hello, hey.
some
Hold on.
persons saying they prefer it at the back, which I know that is going to be not such a good thing. But in the first plan, you said our playing field would get all the facilities and would have a site of a playing field where we would have to be able to keep national games and so on.
In this, with this option, the first option, you get a, yeah. Let's open up. Yeah. Maybe so let's go back there and I can speak to the microphone then. All right? Yeah. Thank you. How are you? All right. Okay, better? Yeah. All right, cool.
And please don't crowd up any place. Let it open out so we can see and hear what people say.
So, just to reiterate in regards to the first option that we have on the table. Now, as I said, when you build a school, your first priority is to the student safety and well-being. Yes. You have to build a school that's conducive for learning. Okay? Now, when you build that school, you're not going to build a school in the next 50 years, 60 years. So you have to do it properly and ensure that it can be fast for the next 50, 60 years. Okay? Now, we're also mindful of Calibishie being a sports community, especially football and some cricket. And it's a big family affair when you play in Calibishie. So the idea is this: taking into consideration the safety of students, the well-being of students, it was recommended that the school be at the front and we move the playing field at the back. With moving the playing field at the back, you get more space for your playing field one, right? More space for your playing field one, and you're able to build facilities on that playing field. Now that is the more costly approach for the government, because we have to buy land from landowners there. All of this shaded area, you see, private property that we have to compulsory acquire, of course, discuss with the landowners and so on. And then we also took into consideration the access to farms and one or two homes up there. And so we have a new proposed road, as you see, we started there, they're taking up, eventually the road will come this way from by the health center there, at the front of the health center, come across the back of the school, come across the playing field, and join that crossing back there. Of course, the crossing will be included as well, and you go to your farms and so forth. So you in that proposal you get everything that you want and that you believe that you would need.
So, but in the other proposal, the field would be smaller.
The field will be smaller because you have limited space.
And we wouldn't get the facilities that we need on that space. Right?
Well, I mean,
that's what I was asking.
the space will be tight.
Yes, because I understand we can acquire for the field, but for the school, we at the back there, we would not be able to go further back with the school, but the field can go further back.
Yeah.
So that's the concern I had. If we would be getting a same space of field,
you at the front there, no.
At the front, at the back.
At the front there, no.
How far do we feel this one?
Excuse me, sir?
How far do we feel this one?
Well, I don't think much you get in, you know. Maybe even from here. You saw what I'm saying. Go back. Yeah. Huh? But with this, yes, ma'am. Hi. Yeah. But with this one, my friend, what's your name? Glenda. Nice to meet you. So with this one, you get in a larger playing field. You understand? With all the necessary facilities they can get, and the students will be safer there. Greater access for the school, You know something. When you're at the back there, okay, you're at the back, you can play the school at the front, no disturbance, etc., etc., etc. So the number of both options have its positives, you know. I'll tell you the other one doesn't have its positives. You know what I'm saying? But we have to get determination. Now, what I'm saying to us, you know, we're ready to go in that school because we give Calibishie priority. Okay? So we give, in terms of primary school, we give Thibault and Calibishie the top priority to start. So we're at the same stage with you in Thibault there, the fencing place, you know, preparing the ground and they start excavation and just to go to the foundation and so forth. And so Calibishie is ready. Now if we push the school back, okay, we'll have to suspend commencement because we have to do further studies, geotechnical studies, soil testing. And the Chinese company is telling us that it will take us another 7 to 8 months
May I ask a question?
to do those investigations. Another press conference now. No, I'm talking to the Calibishie people. So we have to make a determination. You understand? Between 1 and between 2. 1 being the proposed site, school at the front, playing field at the back, road on the side, or school at the back, playing field at the front, road on the side. Recognizing that with the first option, school can start right away. With the second option, we have to wait at least 8 months before we start. Yes, sir.
Now, since that you already know, if you push it behind there, you have 8 months to do testing and whatever. Now, when you build the school there, how long we going to have to get over?
Do we start right away? No, I'll instruct them to start right away. No. No, that can be fast. In 2 weeks, you're gonna be land. Once we talk to owners, so we can start right away. That no problem.
That's what we want. Mr. PM.
Yeah.
Is there seeing that they're taking half of the school to do the construction side? Is there a temporary place that we will be to socialize for the young kids?
You still have access to here, you know. As far you still have at the back there. Sorry, at the back there. You still have access to the back there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? While they're going on. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So you can still access to here while they're going on. Okay. Same thing, Thibault. Half of my playing field gone in Thibault, including my basketball court. Yeah. But we have to give that temporarily to get a new school. Right. You know what I'm saying? So in Thibault, they said we are you and I are in the same boat. In so far of inconvenience that the school is going to create for us, but we look at the long-term benefit to the community. You know what I'm saying? So you will still have access to at the back there, because what the Chinese are going to be using is this area, right? They wanted to use part of the playing field for staging ground. We have to look at a compromise on that, and so let them use the staging ground some other place. But they'll use that building, okay, at the back there, and we have to see how we can create some additional space for them to use for their staging ground, so that you can still have access to come and sweat and do local rounders, local football in the afternoon, but not the full space that you would normally have now. And that is just for a year. After the year, you have a better playing field. You have a new brand school children no longer in Dodan. You're no longer worrying what your child did in Dodan, and so forth. And somebody, when you go in possible, you stop in Dodan to see whether your children okay in Dodan and so on. That should be a thing of the past. So, yes. So, no, Froggy the great man. Froggy, you can very well, boy. You can get old man. What?
Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister. I don't know if anybody welcome you to the village already, so...
I'm from there, you know.
Okay, so, yeah. I know you from there. I have a little bit of humor too. I know from there. We used to dance every weekend right John there. Yeah. So you see in Calibishie. So good to see you in Calibishie. My only concern and a little disappointment is that you took so long to come, because you used to be here every weekend. And then to come into Calibishie now, it had to take you that activity to come here. I wish we could ask you more questions. We know we're talking about the school, but I wish we could ask you more questions about our community, because you are the Prime Minister.
Sure, you can ask me after.
When we finish with the school,
sure, no,
we can ask you some more questions.
Any question you want.
Okay. What I want to say is that just before I left council, we were doing some project with BNTF, right, with regards to that river. We did the measurement and everything, and we were planning to put a back drain back here, and then the road would pass inside and go and come out by the Bing Center. but I didn't stay there until quite to finish. But we were well on the way already there. I think the money had been approved already.
We can discuss after.
Okay.
But just to tell you that we didn't even at the back.
At the back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's take into consideration that the Quet Coco Road has to be taken care of. All right? Mr. Lawrence was making a point there. And if you look at now, in this time, that is the time we have more excavators on island. Right? All over you pass, you see an excavator. Before, when a caterpillar come to the village, the whole village people would go and see the caterpillar walk in. Now we have so many excavators that can do faster work and better work than caterpillars. I know that piece of land at the back there belongs to government. And I'm thinking, why not terrace that piece of land at the back and bring it way back? Because we have some people living down so, which is very dangerous.
Yeah, Guy Result, and we can discuss that after. But let's finalize the school matter. And then I know you would have a lot of questions for me.
Plenty
questions.
Yes.
So we'll talk about it.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
fine?
Okay, I'll come back.
No problem. All right.
May
okay.
I ask a question now?
No, you're a press, you're a journalist. I am there talking to Calibishie people.
Well, as I
You're a
mean,
journalist,
we're
you're a
talking
journalist.
about sustainable
No,
development
you're a
goals.
journalist, madam. Yeah, when you're a press conference, you come. Yeah.
So, good morning. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person because long before you're the Prime Minister, my father told me you were going to be a great man. So on behalf of my father, thank you. Derek, look, we only went to Trinidad, you were the Minister of Education on a trip, and since that time, you always told me you were going to be a great man. So I want to start off by saying that. I want to say thank you to you for destroying my dream because we're still waiting for the field in Canefield, and that was the reason why. That is the reason why. No, hold on. That is the reason why. When the plan was originally brought forward, we did not accept it. And as somebody who lived in town, who never got my playing field back, Master playing field was sold because now that is private property. Emsall, houses on the field, Bath Estate never fixed. The reason why Kenny G singing nasty business is because Windsor Park, the park he grew up under, never changed. Roseau used to have a lot of vibrant men. Man used to walk with their bag, their boots. Parents didn't see their sons for days because everybody was going to Windsor Park. And the destruction of Roseau young men has been a direct result of Windsor Park disappearing. We did not want that in Calibishie. And you see the second plan, the one where the school, and if the only comment I have, we play football, not cricket. Yeah. Besides that, the plan good. I was actually one, I like the plan for the school because I can train people in customer service, in cookery, in bartending, in customer service, not just football. I qualified in those things and I want to help my community. But we did not like the fact that we got a plan that was not realistic. We did not like the fact that we were not given the respect of what's happening now, a proper plan, a consultation. We basically felt like we used to have Arsenal Football Club and sponsor the club. Plenty people don't even know that. That is why plenty of them little boys have Arsenal jerseys running up and down. That is why Saturday, the bigger boys do not come on the park. So when they were run off the field on Saturday, that is what sparked our upset. No, I'm not saying I just because everybody don't know the whole story. So it's a community meeting. So again, I want to say two things. Thank you for the respect. And that is what we wanted. The second plan with the field at the back and the school in the front, no problem because the majority of the people do not have a problem with the school. The problem was we're not willing to give up our field because as history has shown, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. But just to say, upon the correction, there is absolutely no government in the history of Germany who has invested more in sports infrastructure and sports development than this Labour Party government. None. Once you're on earth, there are always things that you have to do, but none. But we can talk privately after my brother. Now, let's put. I don't think there was not consultation because we did in fact speak to the PTA and so forth. I believe there should have been broader consultation. With broader consultation, I agree. Broader consultation, I agree with that entirely. But we did have consultation, albeit with a narrow group. We should have had more because this is a school project. It's a community project, and we need to engage more people. Everybody wanted to come and share their views. Okay, so am I am I getting the impression there, folks? Am I getting the impression that we're okay with the first suggestion? That is to say, the first suggestion. That is to say, the school at the front, the playing field at the back.
Yes.
Let's show of hands. Let's show of hands. Let's say, let's show of hands. All right, let's go.
I have a question.
No. Couple of things there. Let's some housekeeping matters now. So we address the fundamental issue, the main issue. And see, ready for you.
I'm fine.
You want to say something, but I don't sure you must speak because you say something
about the school business, or as you going into okay, well yes, what can I say? That was our main issue, our main problem, because we did not really have. And I am a person, I like to talk. When you see come to my community, you know that.
I know that.
Okay.
I know that.
What I always say, sometimes there is two sides of a story. And I do not want to go, maybe some people say she don't come, and when they had the little thing on Sunday. What I say doesn't make sense to come until I hear the other side of the story. But sometimes when we do things, after, when we see how it really end up, sometimes we say if we didn't know, we would wait. So sometimes it was good to wait to hear two sides of the story. But I agree, I have grandchildren, and I myself, I can still play wrong dance. I can still play wrong dance. So I agree with the playing field at the back, and the school are different.
Okay.
But I do not want us that here for us to say that, and then when we see the school finish, or it almost finished, for us to come with the other story and say, oh, we don't like it, we don't want it there, they should make it there. Everybody have to put their head in one bonnet and say, yes, we want it at the back, or we want it at the front. That is my...
So what I suggest we do on the other issues, is that we will come back. I'll come back myself, but maybe April, not this month, April. So we can put a joint committee together to ensure that what the government is committing to, and we fulfill the promises. Okay? So we'll come back to look at the playing field facilities specifically, the design, the washrooms, you know what I'm saying? And the lights, everything, so we can present to you, and then we will set a schedule for implementation of that. Also with regards to the construction of the road, and also that we'll take that into consideration. So I'll come back maybe the second week of April to see God's willing. So we can discuss that specific issue. And maybe we can even discuss other broader issues and Froggy at that time. So we can have a town hall meeting at that time, so you can ask me all the questions in the world.
Oh, I can still ask you some now so that you
All right, Froggy, last 2 questions.
Okay, Mr. PM. First of all, I want to apologize for the inconvenience caused to the Chinese from some persons taking advantage of the protests happening, and we standing up for what we want. It was beyond our control. I hope that it can be resolved in a proper fashion, that these young guys don't get punished so severely that they are, I would say it, that they are spoiled. These are the same young guys that we want to see how we can mold them and nurture them. And they took the opportunity when we were in a vulnerable situation. So we're asking, we are apologizing for their arrogance.
Where the young boys?
The police know they have some of them in custody, and they are still looking for some of them. But these are the young guys that we want to mold and nurture, especially on the playing field. The other thing is that I'm hoping that the bank can be terraced a little bit when you're doing the road for the Kwekoko area, that at least we don't get landslide all the time, because this is a sleeping area. And the school being at the front there, this plan, it can work now. Our issue was communication. So we are very grateful for what you're doing right now. I think everybody is with this decision right now because we are informed of what we're getting. We didn't understand the plan. We were just seeing trees and trees everywhere around, and we're not seeing the playing field. So right now we can understand what the playing field is going to look like. So we can understand that construction will going to continue, and that we will have a little area where the guys can pass at the back and play their football still, and they're going to block off the front. Yeah. So now we are in common ground, with the plan, the technical advice, so we're good to go.
All right. Thank you. All right, great. So as I said, I'll come back the second week of April. So we can discuss the specific designs for the playing field and for the road and also the terracing, etc. We can the lands at the back for housing, etc. Yeah, other stuff. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I still want to ask my question, you know.
Yeah, Froggy, come and ask your question. Make it short. Make it short.
Yeah, I'll make it short. What I want to say in terms of Calibishie, I feel Calibishie has been neglected. All right, in the sense that we're too important for Dominica, so that we don't get that type of attention that we need. Okay, in the sense that let's look at, there's my cousin right there, right? We moved from minister to, I don't know his position, no. But I'm saying that we should have a minister in our constituency. She's not too young to be a minister, right? We went and we looked at the road. As she just came in, we looked at the road. And we traveled all through the road, right? But then again, nothing can happen. I bet if she was a minister, something would happen already, because you have to go to certain people and so on. And Calibishie is an agricultural place. Calibishie produces most of the agricultural stuff that we get in Dominica. And our roads, the grass rich and so. So I am asking, can we get at least a little bit of all our roads going up Savanpai, wind blow? Yeah, we look at the road. The pictures were taken. So let me just finish that up now. So what I'm asking is that now that we have all this amount of excavators, and right now, Tarish is more.
On the platform,
Which one?
Labour Party platform.
Where? When?
Only time.
I don't want no platform.
No, you should come next time.
I don't want no platform.
No,
I don't want no platform. No, I don't want no platform. So what I'm saying, Mr. PM, is that yeah, I know you're trying to pass on me. Is that at least know that we have more tariffs available on island. 2 tariff street down there, right? At least give us some tariff on the road and send an excavator to open up, clear up the drains and so on. And if that happens, you're not going to beg fellas to go in the garden, you know. Once the road fix up, farmers going to go back to their farm. Thank you very much.
Now, which heavy equipment we have around? Was heavy equipment around? Nobody has, no? From Benz? You can use? We have an agricultural. Froggy has one.
Yeah, we have one.
We need to.
You can do the drains.
Can do the drains.
Yeah, you can do the drains.
You send us an invoice.
Okay.
As soon as it sends an invoice, we start. Yeah, clear the red side road, clear the drains. Yeah. And when I come back, I'll come look at the tariffs and so on, and where we can do some stuff. So once you get the invoice from you, we can start.
Okay. So I do challenge it through our
Yeah. So take it me directly.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. Okay. So let's clean all of the side of the roads, on the farm roads, and cut the grass and get the grass out and so on. Yeah. Blade it up. Look at our job. Okay.
One question.
Okay. All right. So I'll come back here on the second week of April, so we can have the further discussions on the details of this thing. We'll look at the land there, my brother, and what they can do. But before that, I'll send people to investigate. So when they come, we'll have a better idea of what needs to be done, etc. Okay. But so I understand you say you haven't seen me, but you're gonna see me more often. Okay. So I want to take over Calibishie. All right. So I'll take over Calibishie. So you're gonna see me more. All right. All right. I'll take over Calibishie from now. I check out Calibishie from now. Mr. Shro, how are you? Why know you? Come.
Okay, Baba. Good day to everybody. I just want to say thanks to the PM. I'm sorry under that situation you have to come.
No, that's okay.
But it had to happen for you to come. I'm glad you know. But anyway.
That's okay.
I just want to say evil communication, corrupt good manners. And with better understanding, we can have better information. And if all these things were there, I don't think it would happen. You know, I spoke to the boys and I tell them don't do too much because after it will have arrest. And no, they have no warrant. But they go and do their thing, I don't know. So I'm sorry for that. But what I'm saying is that we really need this school to build fast. I wasn't in the beginning, but you want to match there to make it?
Well, the agreement with everybody here is that we'll go ahead with the proposed plans. The school at the front and the plane at the back. Okay, so everyone the road at the back there, so everything will be resolved.
So therefore the school will build in the yarn more.
Yes,
because the parents are afraid to talk that when they're coming to you. Because they're saying if I talk, some of them working in any prison, if we talk about job, we lose.
No.
If a person speak respectfully, I don't believe their job should be lost. Because we have right to talk as a citizen.
That's right.
You see, and I want people to know this is not a political affair. This is a community affair. And we need to come together to put ourselves together. Because the parents, the busman tell me how much time the fair going up the hill, you know. He doesn't want to go, anytime the bus leave, it have nothing to hold it below there. And when it go down, that's it. So which I tell parents, all you should be able to come out and voice all your opinion in a respectful manner. Because when all you do it in a respectful manner, and all you go about 20 minutes meeting in one meeting, we doesn't have no solution. So our duty is to come together, and if this school is going to be built, or you said in that time, we agree with very little patient. But try to do it, they can do it even faster, it will be better. For me, I don't want to stay down, and even though they tell me I retire.
All right, let's come in there from the restaurant.
Okay, it's unfortunate that to come down to this, you know, but in the future, I think we should have better communication on anything.
Communication is both ways, you know.
Both ways, yeah.
Right. All you could have done.
Yeah.
Send a message to me and to see you go to the school.
But I used to have your number one time.
I'll get you.
One time I get the number, I call you by mistake, but I don't know where I have the number.
So you're international man, as you go.
I'll call you. Do a 266 and end up direct on your line.
Yeah, I'll give my number.
It was the wrong number.
I'll give my cell phone after.
It wasn't your one.
But the point you're raising there, and you're raising the way there, go ahead, finish.
Let me just finish. So it's unfortunate to see all this have to come down to. The proposal now with the playing field at the back, I just hope that you stick to your plan and
we'll work on that. Yeah. That's reasonable. We have to.
Yeah. So in the future, just keep the village a little more close.
I'll come.
You know, and as they say, we doesn't see you.
You see me from today. You'll see me here.
Nice.
You tell me Skerrit, I'll see you.
I have one little thing to say.
Yeah.
One little thing to say here concerning what project say about the road. Now, the feeder road from probably you doesn't know what Froggy is talking about. But you see that feeder road from Savant Pie and to Combat in Windblow, we have a situation here above the station, the police station, where the road start to deteriorate. And if God forbid something happened there, we have no other route in that. We have to pass that way and come out Windblow. So that is why we want that to fix as soon as I want in you.
See, we resolve the issue, so everybody's okay now. But I think, I said we have to teach our children proper way. And their ways of resolving issues and not breaking the law and not causing damage to people's properties. Because if we have issues with each other and we start stealing each other's homes and so on, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? So we have to respect this. We have to send good messages to our children. Now, if you have an issue, right, we'll come. If we don't come, then that's our fault. But if you have an issue and you send a letter to us, either for the council or whatever it is, we'll come. The same thing happened in Tibo. The council had an issue with what we were doing. They wrote, asking for clarification. We went to them and spoke to them and gave them clarification. So there was no breaking of the law, there was no damage of people's properties. Because the law is the law. You cannot take your right and turn it around. by your actions. You understand? I understand people are emotional, I understand people are anxious, and sometimes you do things emotionally and anxious mode, but you have to be careful of these things. So we have to manage those things going forward and so on. That we don't take what is supposed to be all right and now it appears to be wrong. You understand? So let us take that note going forward. I'm happy about this meeting. I'm happy that we're able to come to a conclusion going forward. And then as I said, I'll come back. If someone said was to school, what is school? Before she talks. Yeah.
I want to make this publicly clear. Parents of Calibishie, those of you who know where the items are for the Chinese, we want to make this as swift and easy as possible.
Bring them back.
Bring it back today, this afternoon. We want to work with the police to get all the items back this afternoon. Those young boys that are in hiding, let them come forth and bring the equipments back today. Please, go and talk to your children. Tell them to come this afternoon so we can have a proper solution to that problem. Having it there for tomorrow is going to get worse, and we cannot protect you on that. So please, thank you.
Bring them back. What?
Do you have to do this?
The president of the question concerning the school, if she doesn't cover up for us, then ask a question is concerning the school.
No, she chose to say privately to us.
Yes, the press.
All right.
Now she wants to say.
Yeah. That'll come, Frog. That'll come. All right. Thank you very much. No. Yeah, okay. All right. Miss Linda, come first.
My question, seeing that the road of the pastor says, I'm representing CMOS. We have a container over there that is our office, and I'm seeing like the road is passing close.
We'll have to look at that.
So if there is a way that
we have to relocate it somewhere or something, okay? Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Meeting closed, and we can talk among ourselves. We have ministers here, you pull the ministers aside.
One of the teachers have a question.
Even teacher should ask the Minister of Education the question, because we don't know that question there. Okay? So the teacher is part of the Ministry of Education, she's part of the team. All right, so that's it. Any questions you have for us on the side, ministers are here. You can pull us on the side and tell us in private or something. Thank you very much. Great meeting. Matter result, school start, playing field will come, road will come, students back in Calibishie from Dodan, everybody happy in Calibishie, and so on. And live on Katwabai.
Okay, well, there you have it, folks.
Wait, Chairman. Chairman. And the President, Peter, I'll show you guys something.
Cabinet of Dominica came to address the concerns of the persons.
Councillors, PTA. Councillors, PTA.
They are going to have individual meetings from now on with various persons. So the people of Calibishie are satisfied that their concerns are going to be addressed. If there was somebody I could ask, because I know presently that the airport studies are being done concurrently while they are building. So we heard that it will push the project back.
I will say it again, the parents of the children. If you do not want to be public, you can tell me what is the position of the items and the children, and we can talk personally.
We have seen it done in the past.
Please, so we can solve this situation.
This is what I wanted to ask.
You can come and talk to me personally. We can
an
have that
opportunity
private.
to do so.
Thank you very much. And thank you for coming today.
However,
I really appreciate the support and the turnout. Thank you very much for standing up for Calibishie.
You see a large contingent of ministers there. So I think they are available to the persons, to the villagers, to keep on talking. And here we have the chairman of the Calibishie Village Council. And you feel satisfied, sir, with the proceedings here today?
Yes, I am.
Now, I'm not sure if you heard but the project is going to be pushed back 8 months because of some testing that they need to do. However, if you would have listened to the airport studies, they are being done while they are building. So why does the school need to be pushed back for these 8 months to do studies that can be done concurrently as it's doing for the airport? So I hope that you all will be able to get.
I will answer your question.
Thank you so much.
It's a very simple question.
Thank you.
The size of the airport size. When you're asking a question, you pay attention to every situation, because every situation is distinct and different in its own way. Because of the size of the airport site, there are certain areas that you have studies already. It's a huge site. So because of a huge site, you have areas. This is a small school, 8 classrooms. So therefore, you do not have the space in terms of determining this size where to start in a small space as opposed to a huge space. So this is pretty basic.
Okay, but like you heard before, over there is a swampy area. Is that where they are supposed to use now to practice and so on?
Basic engineering tells you in engineering that every area, any area you can construct anything anywhere. It just depends. What the studies tells you is what level of technology you have to use it.
So you're saying presently that you all only did the studies for the front parts? That's what you're saying?
I just giving you basic common sense. I'm not giving you any. I'm not speaking on behalf of nobody. I'm just teaching you basic common sense. I'm giving you basic common sense so that you can help you in terms of making decisions. You're making statements without understanding basic. You're asking questions, but your questions must be scientifically based. You must not ask questions that don't make sense. You're trying to compare a school with an airport.
If we knew the answers, we would
but
not
how
be
can you
asking
compare a site of a school with an airport?
What I was comparing is the
You're
fact
speaking to
that
listeners,
what
and
I
if
was
you're telling your
comparing-
listeners that you can compare a site for a school, then I must question your listeners.
What I was
then you must be careful
comparing-
because you're trying to say something about your
What
listeners.
I was comparing is the fact that we see studies being done concurrently. That's what I am comparing.
I explained to you and you still
And
did
then
not
I had a
understand.
follow-up question.
But I
That's
explained to
it.
you and you still did not
But
understand.
anyhow, thanks for explaining to us. Like they say, knowledge is power.
But it
Thank
still
you so
looked like
very
you did not
much.
understand.
Well, what I'm invited you, I will sit down for you to explain it to me. If you say so. Okay, so that's it.
I have a truck. Or you can just pull up by the road like we do in white
Through
goods.
the persons of Calibishie are
And I'll pass
satisfied
and pick them up
that
and bring it back.
their field is going to be, well, they are going to have access to the field here past this, like we showed you. And they are going to put the school at the back, and they are going to allow their field to be right at this area. As we heard from the Prime Minister, it will be delayed by about 8 months since they had not done all the studies for the back area. So that's what they are about to do now. And the people are meeting with the ministers. They are consulting with them. I think it looks like quite a large number of them are here today, and they are getting some more questions answered and so on. So that's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining. And we are saying goodbye from Calibishie. Once again, thank you for joining and goodbye.